Morning, everyone. Welcome back after hopefully what was a wonderful holiday for everybody. It's great to see you. A warm welcome whether you are joining us in person or if you are joining us on YouTube. And a reminder, we can't say it enough, that everyone is welcome here, whether this is your first visit or whether you've been coming all your lives. Regardless of your heritage or your religious beliefs or the lack thereof, however you choose to participate, whether here or remotely. As a welcoming congregation, we affirm the full inclusion of people of all sexual orientations and gender expressions. If you're joining us for one of your first times, we invite you to fill out a yellow card that are located on the backs of the pews, and you can just drop that in the collection plate if you'd like more information about our community life, and we'd be happy to follow up and be in touch with you. And also, please join us for refreshments following the service downstairs in the fellowship hall, which we reach by going through this door and down the stairs and across the hall on the ground floor. I've heard a rumor that there might be an extra special lunch served today. So just thought I'd mention that. Our child care person, Kiana Dubose, is not here with us this morning. She is traveling back home from her Thanksgiving, but she'll be back with us next Sunday. And before we get started, if people would like to, people watching from home would like to light a candle or a chalice with us when we do that in our service, we suggest you go get it now so that you're ready to join us in spirit. I do have a few announcements. First of all, our entry house gallery manager, Jay McLaughlin, has asked today that if you're going to go downstairs and join us for refreshments, to please go out to the entry house first and grab one of Carl Furlong's paintings and please bring it downstairs with you, because we're transitioning everything from the entry house downstairs to the fellowship hall to help get ready for our fair in a couple of weeks. Let's see, weekly meditation begins this week in the sanctuary. I'm actually going to be traveling that day, so I'm pushing back the start time to 3:30 instead of 3 o'clock, just to make sure that I don't get stuck in traffic on 128. So 3 o'clock here in the sanctuary on Wednesday. Beg pardon? I'm sorry, 3:30. I said that myself. And we'll do that through December 20th. Let's see, then the book group will be meeting soon. The next meeting of the book group is December 6th, and the book that has been chosen is The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. They'll be meeting on the 6th at 10 a.m. downstairs in the Williams room this time, which is our smaller meeting room downstairs. It's getting to be a busy time of year. We will be decorating the sanctuary again in preparation for the holidays, and so that we will look our gorgeous best for the Middle Street Walk. So anybody who's welcome can come on Friday morning, December 8th at 10. If you have some greens, you can bring them. If you have clippers, please bring them. And we'll meet here in the sanctuary, and we'll make it even more beautiful. Speaking of the Middle Street Walk, I think Holly would like to say something about the upcoming fair in Middle Street Walk.
Good morning. As you saw in your order of service, we have a holiday fair coming up. That beautiful flyer and poster was designed by our own Charlie Diavilla, and I have a suggestion for the flyer in your order of service. Take it home with you and give it to one neighbor or friend, then double the number of people who are here will know about the fair. I also will have downstairs larger ones that you can take a few of these and a few full-page size. If there's anywhere, senior center, Common Crow, anywhere with a community bulletin board where you can post one of these, it would be a big help. I will be downstairs with clipboards for signing up to help on the afternoon before and the day of the fair. Last year, we had a blast. And I think it will be even more of a blast this year, because as of now, we have 9 vendors, and a 10th, the participation of the Sea Scouts, which includes some of the Melvin children, young adults, whatever. And so there will be 10 tables with various things to purchase or donate to. And plus our cookie walk and our lunch and our art sale of Carl Furlong's and art donated by members of the congregation. If you want to donate a piece, a member of the congregation, if you're a member of the congregation and you want to donate a piece, feel free to do so and talk with me. They'll be sold for the benefit of the church.
And then Kate Ruzecki has an announcement.
Okay, are you hearing me? Yes, good morning. Usually when I stand here, I ask you for something, right? Usually money, and very often for Pathways for Children, with whom I'm also connected. This time I'm thanking you. I have this charming letter from them, and considering that we gave money for them to purchase books for their 300 children that they take care of, this is a delightful picture of the children using the books, actually sitting reading them. And I was surprised to get this very nice letter telling me how much they appreciated not just this time that we've given, but all the other times as well. At the concerts and here at this event, we always, stand up for them. And this time we gave them close to $700. I think that's the reason we got the letter. We haven't received one before, but I think because it was such a very sound sum that they took the time to respond to us. So thank you for helping me to do the responsibility that I take on. I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. We had some sad news this week from within our wider community. Of course, as you know, we hosted the Grace Center for 5 years, and one of their regular volunteers, who was, I'm sure, known to many of you, a woman named Bev Harloff, died recently, and just a big loss to the community. And I just wanted to name that here, as Bev was somebody who was a regular at the Grace Center. Everybody loved her very much, and she had pretty severe health problems, but she was there and until fairly recently, and so she's greatly missed. And I wanted to just make sure that we maintain our ties with the Grace Center and that wider community. And then I just wanted to say a word about today's service. We're having another of our Taizé-inspired services, which is a very different order of service, as you will see, and we will be involving more moments of silence and more short songs as a part of it. And just wanted to alert you to follow your order of service carefully, but that I will be announcing as we move through the service. I will be prompting you. One thing that I do want to say is that we have an opening hymn and a closing hymn, and we'll stand for those, but that all the other pieces of music will stay seated, and we'll sing from our seats. And now let us deepen our hearts and our spirits for worship. Our call to worship this morning is Remember by Joy Harjo. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn that is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away to night. Remember the earth whose skin you are, red earth, black earth, yellow, white, brown, we are earth. Remember the plants and trees, animal life, who have all their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of the universe. Remember you are all people and all people are you. Remember you are this universe and this universe is you. Remember all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember language comes from this. Remember the dance language is that life is. Remember. Come, let us worship together. Our opening hymn this morning is number 389 in your gray hymnal, Gathered Here. We will sing it through 3 times. And for this hymn, we will rise in body or in spirit.
Mystery of the hour, gathered be seated.
I realized I didn't arrange for someone to light our chalice this morning. Can I have a volunteer to light our chalice? Okay. In the Unitarian Universalist faith tradition, we enter into worship by the simple ritual of kindling our chalice. The flame lights our way forward toward the future, while the chalice itself reminds us that we are rooted and embraced by community. So as Mern Sibley lights our chalice, if you have a candle or a chalice prepared at home, I invite you to light that with us now. We take a moment now to affirm the covenant that we share with one another. Newcomers and guests, the words of our affirmation are printed in your order of service, if you'd like to read along with us. In the light of truth and the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift. Each week we light a candle to offer our hopes for peace throughout the world, always here at home as well as elsewhere. We have just celebrated Thanksgiving, a holiday of gratitude that has in its origins the reminder that indigenous people have suffered greatly since the Europeans first came to the New World. And so today we light our peace candle in honor and recognition of the oppression and the genocide that our indigenous people have experienced. We are grateful today to the Reverend Suzelle Lynch, who generously gave permission for her service to be adapted for our use this morning. Our worship service today is in the style of the contemporary French monastic Taizé community. And the worship style that they created is a simple one involving readings, simple songs, and silence in intervals. And as you might remember, Holly Tangway led a similar service back in October. So we will sing simple songs together this morning, and here's how it will work. We'll sing each song 2 or 3 times, and our choir will begin and sing through each song as we come to it, and then when you are ready, you can just join in the song as well. And I invite you to just enjoy that sensation of singing and breathing together with the whole group and allowing the music to carry you to a place of reflection and relaxation. If there's more than one verse, we will sing it either 2 or 3 times, but I will let you know which. And then following the final repetition of the song, we will settle into a moment of silence to follow each so that we can continue to reflect and listen to our breathing. The readings for our service today come from the Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving Address, an ancient river of words from the Onondaga people, a Native American nation of the Northeast United States. The Thanksgiving Address is known more accurately in the Onondaga language as the words that come before all else. It can be spoken daily at sunrise and is used to begin all meetings and formal gatherings, including the start of the school day for Onondaga children. In the Thanksgiving Address, each of the Earth's life-giving forces are thanked, one by one. Frida Jakes of the Onondaga Nation School says that the address embodies the Onondaga relationship with the world. It reminds you that you have enough, she says, more than enough. Everything needed to sustain life is already here. And when we do this every day, it leads us to an outlook of contentment and respect for all of creation. The Thanksgiving address has been published widely by the Onondaga people, and they want to share it with the world. Onondaga faithkeeper Orrin Lyons once said, "It's supposed to be shared, otherwise how can it work?" We've been waiting 500 years for people to listen. So we are sharing the Thanksgiving address with you this morning in that spirit. We invite you to give your attention to each section as it is read, and we hope that it cultivates in you contentment and respect for all that is. And at the conclusion of each section, we invite you to join your voices and to respond by saying, "Now our minds are one." And let us pause briefly in this moment to gather our spirits and our thoughts during a time of silence. Let's begin. Ready? Today we have gathered, and we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now we bring our minds together as one as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Join me. Now our minds are one.
We are all thankful to our mother, the earth, for she gives us all that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk about upon her. It gives us joy that she continues to care for us as she has from the beginning of time. To our mother, we send greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one.
The waters. We give thanks to all the waters of the world for quenching our thirst and providing us with strength. Water is life. We know its power in many forms: waterfalls and rain, mists and streams, rivers and oceans. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the Spirit of water.
Now our minds are one. And now we'll join our voices, and we're going to sing one of the songs in the turquoise hymnal, number 1069, Ancient Mother. We'll stay seated. The choir will lead us off. We'll sing it through 3 times. And when you feel ready, please join in.
Ancient Mother,
card? Right, I'm the one that ends it. Okay.
Now we turn toward the vast fields of plant life. As far as the eye can see, the plants grow, working many wonders. They sustain many life forms. With our minds gathered together, we give thanks and look forward to seeing plant life for many generations to come. Now our minds are one.
With one mind, we turn to honor and thank all the food plants we harvest from the garden. Since the beginning of time, the grains, vegetables, beans, and berries have helped the people survive. Many other living things draw strength from them too. We gather all the plant foods together as one and send them a greeting of thanks.
Now our minds are one.
The medicine herbs. Now we turn to all the medicine herbs of the world. From the beginning, they were instructed to take away sickness. They are always waiting and ready to heal us. We are happy there are still among us those special few who remember how to use these plants for healing. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the medicines and to the keepers of the medicines. Now our minds are one.
The animals. We gather our minds together to send greetings and thanks to all the animal life in the world. They have many things to teach us as people. We are honored by them when they give up their lives so that we may use their bodies as food for our people. We see them near our houses and in deep forests. We are glad they are still here, and we hope that it will always be so. Now our minds are one.
We now turn our thoughts to the trees. The earth has many families of trees who have their own instructions and uses. Some provide us with shelter and shade, others with fruit, beauty, and other useful things. Many people of the world use a tree as a symbol of peace and strength. With one mind, we greet and thank the tree life.
Now our minds are one.
The birds. We put our minds together as one and thank all the birds who move and fly about over our heads. The Creator gave them beautiful songs. Each day they remind us to enjoy and appreciate life. The eagle was chosen to be their leader. To all the birds, from the smallest to the largest, we send our joyful greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one.
We'll join our voices in singing again now. We're going to sing the first verse of number 73 in the Gray hymnal, Chant for the Seasons. Again, only the first verse. We'll sing it through twice because this one's a little longer. Please remain seated.
four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one mind, we send our greetings and thanks to the four winds.
Now our minds are one. Now we turn to the west, where our grandfathers, the thunder beings, live. With lightning and thundering voices, they bring with them the water that renews life. We are thankful that they keep these evil things made by oak-wisers underground. We bring our minds together as one to send greetings and thanks to our grandfathers, the thunderers. Now our minds are one.
We now send greetings and thanks to our eldest brother, the sun. Each day without fail, he travels the sky from east to west, bringing the light of a new day. He is the source of all the fires of life. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our brother, the sun.
Now our minds are one. Grandmother Moon. We put our minds together to give thanks to our oldest grandmother, the moon, who lights the nighttime sky. She is the leader of women all over the world, and she governs the movement of the ocean tides. By her changing face, we measure time, and it is the moon who watches over the arrival of children here on earth. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our grandmother, the moon. Now our minds are one.
The stars. We give thanks to the stars who are spread across the sky like jewelry. We see them in the night, helping the moon to light the darkness and bringing dew to the gardens and growing things. When we travel at night, they guide us home. With our minds gathered as one, we send greetings and thanks to the stars. Now our minds are one.
The enlightened teachers. We gather our minds to greet and thank the enlightened teachers who have come to help us through the ages. When we forget how to live in harmony, they remind us of the way we were instructed to live as people. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to these caring teachers. Now our minds are one.
The Creator. Now we turn our thoughts to the Creator or Great Spirit and send greetings and thanks for all the gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on this Mother Earth. For all the love that is still around us, we gather our minds together as one and send our choicest words of greetings and thanks to the Creator. Now, since our one.
Our next song is number 1010. We give thanks in the turquoise hymnal. We'll sing this through 3 times, and we'll remain seated. words that come before all else have ended. And I invite us now into a period of silent meditation, an extended period of meditation. And during this time, if you would like to, you're welcome to come forward and silently light a candle of gratitude or concern. You're welcome at any time during this next segment. At this time in our service, we pause to receive an offering. This is a time for us to engage in the spiritual practice of generosity as each shares what they can with the community. Together, we are able to do so much more than we can ever do alone. We share our gifts with gratitude for our lives, for this community, and for all the relationships and the ties that bind us. This morning's offering will now be gratefully received. Blessings upon the givers and upon your gifts. I invite us now into a time of prayer. The last leaves swirl to the ground and the autumn winds grow biting. In this time of growing cold and ever-lessening light, as animals and birds disappear and plants appear to die, we often focus on all of our losses. Spirit of life, help us to remember all the goodness of our lives, the beauty of the ocean, the joy of literature, of culture, of music, the love of family and friends, the companionship we share in this beloved community. Spirit of life, hold us and keep us as we walk through these difficult times. And help us to be grateful for the great gift of life itself. All this we ask in your name, which is love. Amen. Our closing hymn this morning is number 21 in your gray hymnal, For the Beauty of the Earth. We will rise in body or spirit. We'll sing all the verses. Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address concludes with these words. We have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things we have named, it was not our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send greetings and thanks in their own way. Now our minds are one. May we each find a way to always offer our greetings and thanks to the natural world and to one another. Blessed be. Amen. From home to extinguish their chalice as we extinguish ours here and say the words that we say together to extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Go in peace, return in love. Amen.